My younger sister stole my brand new car, crashed it, then smirked and said, "Mom and Dad will make you forgive me." She said it beside the wreck like she'd spilled my coffee instead of destroying the one thing I'd spent years working for. 3 days later, she was staring at an insurance report with all the color draining out of her face. That was when she realized our parents couldn't save her. I bought that car with my own money. No handouts, no help. I worked extra shifts, skipped trips, killed every dumb impulse buy, and drove my old sedan until it sounded like a dying mower. So when I finally got the keys, I felt proud in a way I hadn't in years. It was mine, completely mine. My younger sister had never understood that feeling because she'd never earned anything. She was the family favorite, the free spirit, which was really code for reckless and always someone else's problem. When I drove to my parents' house to show them the car, she walked straight to the driver's door and reached for the handle. I shut it first. She rolled her eyes and said, "It's just a car." I said, "Exactly, my car. You're not driving it." That should have been the end of it. It wasn't. Later that night, I left my keys on the entry table for maybe 2 minutes. When I came back, they were gone. So was the car. I called her over and over, straight to voicemail. 2 hours later, a police officer called. There had been an accident. The driver was fine, the vehicle was not. When I got there, the front end was crushed, a headlight was gone, and my sister was standing beside it with her arms folded like she was waiting for a ride home. I asked her what the hell she did. She shrugged and said, "That sucks, but don't freak out. Mom and Dad will make you forgive me." No apology, no shame, just confidence. The next morning proved she wasn't alone. My mom called to tell me, "Anger isn't healthy." My dad said, "Family forgives." My sister texted, "Stop being dramatic, it's just a car." I drove to my parents' house already knowing what was waiting for me. Sure enough, they were all sitting there like I was the one who needed correcting. My mother called it an accident. My father called it a misunderstanding. My sister called it a mistake and told me to chill out. Then my dad put his hand on mine and said, "You're her sister. This is what family does." I smiled and said, "You're right. Family forgives." They all relaxed because while they were busy congratulating themselves, I was already filing the claim. I went to my insurance office with a police report and the text proving I told her no. I told the truth. She took my car without permission and she crashed it. The agent read everything, typed for a minute, then said it qualified as unauthorized use. Liability would transfer to the driver. Estimated damage, somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000. For once, the mess was too big for my parents to sweep away. 3 nights later, they invited me to dinner for what was obviously supposed to be a reconciliation. My sister was already smirking when I sat down. My dad started with, "We need to put this behind us." My mom followed with, "Things can be replaced, family can't." Then my sister leaned back and said, "So are you done throwing a tantrum over a stupid car?" That was the moment I reached under the table. Then I pulled out the envelope. Next, I slid it across the wood until it stopped in front of her plate. She snorted, "What is this?" I said, "Read it." She opened it, then she went quiet. Her eyes moved once, then again. The smirk fell first. After that, the color left her face. My dad grabbed the packet. My mom finally looked up. The number sat there in black ink, cold and clean. Full liability transferred to the driver. My sister shoved back her chair. "What did you do?" Her voice had gone thin. I took a sip of wine and said, "I didn't do anything. I just stopped cleaning up your mess." My mom called me vindictive. My dad started panicking about her future, her credit, her life. Funny, nobody had panicked when she stole from me. Then my sister snapped, "You're ruining my life over a car." I looked right at her and said, "You didn't care when you ruined mine." Nobody had a comeback for that. A few days later, she showed up at my apartment pale and frantic, begging me to undo it. Not apologize, not take responsibility. Undo it. I told her it was done and she could figure it out. For the first time in her life, there was no parent waiting behind her with a broom and a checkbook. She learned 2 things that week.